Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and it's all stars only on the couch here tonight. And I have three guns in my midst, and I'm so excited to talk to you all about something really exciting. But I'm not going to take all the thunder. I'm going to hand it over to my friends here. We got Dina, Amanda, and Dave, and I am blown away by the swag. If you're seeing what's going on the table, you're about to find out exactly what this is. Dave, tell us everything.
So, what have you done with your pickle jar? Like when your mustard pickle jar, when you are finished with it? What do you do with it?
I mean, I might rinse it out, try to do something with it to keep from throwing it away, but eventually I end up having to throw it away.
Right. Like everybody else, right? And I mean,
right.
Mustard pickles are like a staple for me, especially. Like you have turkey, you gotta have mustard pickles.
Say no more.
So what we're saying is that we can actually recycle that in Newfoundland.
That to me sounds like a big lie.
No, sir.
You are a liar.
That is glass sand right in front of you.
Can't believe
That is pickle jars.
this.
No mustard pickles in it now, obviously. But no, you remove the pickles, you bring it to us, we put it in our piece of equipment, and we'll turn it back into the sand that it was.
Now that is a tall order of conversation, let me tell you, because I'm sure a lot of the viewers out there at home are saying to yourselves, sure, I thought it was impossible to turn glass back to sand. Not the case.
No, it's as simple as you drop it into the machine. When we did our first collection event at the St. John's Farmers Market, Amanda actually brought her son, and he was feeding in the glass in the machine, just like that. Easy
Amanda,
as that. How
did you first hear tell of this amazing innovation that we're talking about here today?
I mean, the fact that there was no glass recycling in Newfoundland was always something weird to me. I moved here from Ontario 14 years ago, so we had curbside glass recycling. So Dave actually called me and he said, I'm working on this project where we want to be able to take glass and recycle it in Newfoundland. And I was like, tell me more, I'm all in. Like, that's it, I'm good.
That's so cool.
I want to help.
Well, I'm so glad. And Dina, I mean, listen, you are someone wearing many gorgeous hats, living life. What brought you into this?
Well, I've always been a big fan of recycling, keeping our province clean. Even as a teacher, the word recycle, reduce, and reuse were things that started off in the classroom in our curriculum. And this is just another level of up-leveling and keeping our province clean. And glass is such a great way to tap into so many resources through taking it and making it into sand.
So great, guys. I mean, dream team energy happening here. So listen, Dave, I'll ask you, what gifts has this journey of entrepreneurialism, giving back, community support, problem solving, what are the gifts that you've received so far in this journey?
Oh man, that's a really good question. Honestly, I think it's the level of camaraderie and like the commitment from the members of the board. This started out as a simple idea in a garage in Clark's Beach, to the point that like my good buddy was basically just annoyed with me talking to him about it. And then we put out a call for board members, and like everybody jumped. And the reason why you even saw it is Amanda and Dina right here. Because they can take our story and they can sell it better than anybody I've ever come across. So like, one of the most amazing things for me is just the level of passion and drive to try and solve a problem that hasn't been solved before in this province.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And why not before now? Did you have a secret line to the equipment that could actually turn the trick? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been talking about this as long as I've been on the go, and now you're about to solve a problem that we've been dealing with as Newfoundlanders, especially eco-conscious, community-based folks, which are many of us. It blows my mind that no one had solved this before. And I'm just so blown away that this thing is actually something that can be solved. Like, we're living in unprecedented times right now, am I right? I mean, what do you think about the support you're getting?
It's phenomenal. We set this up as a cooperative so that the community could really solve the problem together. And that's really what we're seeing. We're seeing the community basically come together and say, hey, we want this to be solved like it's done everywhere else in Canada.
Yeah.
Europe has been doing this for decades. They've been doing it better than even people in North America.
Yeah.
But Newfoundland is the only province right now that actually doesn't have household glass recycling at the curb.
You know? Good segue. Amanda, a marketing communications maven, working in real estate. A lot of your values are combining under this umbrella. And Dina, likewise, such a change maker and someone who puts your hand to things and makes things happen and helping Dave out so much as he's saying himself. My question to you both, and you can pick who wants to jump in. What do you see in terms of exciting opportunities or contexts for what we're doing here now, thanks to your efforts of turning glass into sand? What are the visions? And I'm sure there are many, and I'll hand it over to you both.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think like my favorite thing to get out of this is the excitement I see out of people like my son, who's like, oh my gosh, like I was a kid and I recycled glass in Newfoundland, and he just talks about it constantly now. And I think that if we can excite that in a younger generation, it's going to create even more change as we move forward, and just showing that, you know, it doesn't take like a team of heroes. We're average people, and we're able to make this happen. So if there's something you want to see happen and something you want to see changed, just do it. Start.
Yes, I live that, and I'm so excited that you said that, because we, the viewers, us ourselves, sometimes we are in our own way, we don't realize what's possible, and it's literally taking the first step to do something. Dina, what do you think?
Well, absolutely, to stack on that, the youth are so creative, and taking the glass, and Newfoundland is so artsy that there's so many things we could do with sand artistically, for our property, for our landscape, right, Dave? And there's just so many uses for sand, like it's a foundation for so many things. So it would really fit in with how creative the Newfoundlanders are. So there's a lot of artistic things we can do with it externally, as well as in a classroom. That's the teacher in me as well. There's just so much we can do with sand. We can pour into it so much.
So, you know, we're looking at these vessels here, the glass filled with the glass. That's not glass anymore. It's the sand that you'd walk on the beach. I mean, guys, I look forward to you guys all checking out the website and the social media and really getting into understanding what is happening at this time in history, which is that we are innovating a solution to such an age-old problem. And the contexts that, you know, the team has told me about that are available via the product of turning this glass back to sand are pretty endless, right into conservation efforts and all sorts of things that they can be applied to. The sky is the limit, am I right?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Some of the most exciting research that I've seen from this is they actually put it in with fertilizer, and it promotes food growth in soil. It is absolutely incredible, the innovation that's happening. Researchers in Singapore have used 3D printing to make concrete benches using 100% recycled glass. Once we start producing this, the sky is the limit for us, like what you said. And the innovation potential in Newfoundland, Labrador alone, and this is even with ignoring the arts community, because you get no better. But the level of innovation that's happening at the Innovation Center or at the Genesis Center, once we start going with this product to them, we think they're going to take it, and they're even going to blow our minds.
And I can only assume the decision makers and the powers that be are understanding the value that you're bringing to the province and that you're receiving all of their support and cooperation.
We have several municipalities that are very, very, very interested.
Okay.
The city of Mount Pearl has been very supportive. The city of Clark's Beach has been or town of Clark's Beach, sorry.
We do love them.
Yeah, very much so. And the city of St. John's has also been supportive of it.
Great news.
We've had great conversations with the Department of Environment and the MMSB.
Love it.
So right now what we're focusing on is the next 12 months.
Okay.
So we'll be building our membership base,
Right.
and then building up capacity. So once we get that capacity, we really are really excited about where those conversations will take us.
Well, guys, I'm very thankful you came on the show today, and I hope you'll be coming back to give me updates about the amazingness as it evolves forward. Are you going to come back and hang out with me again?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Anytime.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Until then, guys, I'll tell you to the camera, NewfoundSAND. You want to get on the channels, you want to figure it out, and you want to support, become a member, donate, follow, talk about it with a friend, and let everybody know the days of us throwing out garbage bags full of glass are going to be coming to an end, and we are going to have such a renewable byproduct to put into so many of the uses that we have across the province. And I thank you and you and you so much for working so hard with all the other folks in your orbit who have allowed this dream to start coming true. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, stay tuned. Newfound Sand. This is Out of the Fog. We'll be right back after this break.